History is shaped not just by individuals, but by the monumental events that redefine civilizations. Wars and political shifts have repeatedly redrawn the world map, influenced human thought, and transformed societies. In this journey, we explore the pivotal conflicts and revolutions that have left indelible marks on humanity. 1. The fall of the Roman Empire, 476 CE. The Roman Empire, once the pinnacle of organization, governance, and culture, began to crumble under internal corruption, economic strain, and relentless invasions. In 476 CE, the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed, marking the traditional end of Western Rome. The collapse did not just signify the fall of a city or a dynasty, it reshaped Europe entirely. Central authority disintegrated, trade networks collapsed, and localized power structures emerged. This vacuum gave rise to the medieval world, with feudalism dominating, the Catholic Church becoming a central institution, and kingdoms slowly evolving from the remnants of Roman territories. Impact. The fall of Rome set the stage for centuries of political fragmentation, the rise of new cultures, and the slow evolution of modern European states. 2. The Crusades, 1095–91. Centuries later, Europe would again be swept by conflict, this time driven by religion. The Crusades, a series of military campaigns sanctioned by the Catholic Church, aimed to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim control. But their consequences went far beyond the battlefield. While the Crusaders often failed in their immediate goals, they opened channels for cultural exchange, trade, and knowledge transfer between Europe and the Middle East. Cities flourished. New ideas in medicine, science, and philosophy crossed continents, and European political structures became more centralized and militarized. Yet, the Crusades also entrenched religious divides and left a legacy of tension that echoes even today. Impact. The Crusades reshaped political alliances, commerce, and cross-cultural interactions, demonstrating that wars often influence society in unexpected ways. 3. The American and French Revolutions, late 18th century. Fast forward to the late 1700s, a wave of revolutionary fervor swept across the Atlantic world. The American Revolution, 1775 to 1783, saw colonies throw off imperial rule and experiment with self-governance, while the French Revolution, 1789 to 1799, challenged monarchy and aristocracy, demanding liberty, equality, and fraternity. Both revolutions fundamentally questioned the divine right of rulers and laid the intellectual foundation for modern democracy. They introduced ideas of human rights, civic responsibility, and popular sovereignty, concepts that would inspire movements across Europe, Latin America, and beyond. Impact. These revolutions not only changed governments, but transformed global ideas about individual freedom, equality, and the role of the state. 4. World War I, 1914 to 1918. The 20th century began with unprecedented global conflict. World War I, triggered by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, escalated into a massive war of empires. Trench warfare, industrial-scale destruction, and millions of deaths defined this war to end all wars. The aftermath of WWE was transformative. Empires like Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, Russian, and German collapsed. New nations emerged, borders were redrawn, and the stage was set for political instability. The Treaty of Versailles, intended to ensure peace, instead sowed resentment that would later fuel another global conflict. Impact. World War I reshaped nations, fostered technological advancements, and highlighted the human cost of industrialized warfare. 5. World War II, 1939 to 1945. Barely 2 decades later, the world faced an even more catastrophic conflict. World War II brought the horrors of the Holocaust, the use of nuclear weapons, and the devastation of entire cities. It was a truly global war, involving almost every continent and leaving tens of millions dead. The post-war world was radically different. The United Nations was created to prevent future conflicts. Europe lay in ruins, while the US and the Soviet Union emerged as superpowers, setting the stage for the next ideological confrontation. Decolonization movements accelerated as weakened empires could no longer maintain control. WEPTO redefined global power structures, introduced the nuclear era, and emphasized the necessity of international cooperation. 6. The Cold War, 1947 to 1991. The end of WEPTO did not bring global peace. Instead, the world entered the Cold War, a period of ideological, political, and military tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. Nuclear deterrence, the space race, and proxy wars in Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan became defining features of this era. Although the Cold War never escalated into a direct confrontation between the superpowers, its influence was felt worldwide. Societies were polarized, economies were mobilized for military preparedness, and technological innovation, particularly in space and computing, accelerated dramatically. Impact. The Cold War reshaped diplomacy, global alliances, and defense policies, leaving a legacy that continues to influence international relations today. 7. Fall of the Soviet Union, 1991. Finally, in 1991, the Soviet Union, burdened by economic stagnation and political corruption, dissolved. This event ended the bipolar world order, giving way to a unipolar era dominated by the United States. Former Soviet republics and Eastern European nations gained independence, navigating new democratic and economic paths. The fall of the USSR also transformed global geopolitics. NATO expanded. China and other nations pursued rapid economic growth, and the nature of conflict shifted from global ideological wars to regional disputes, terrorism, and economic competition. The collapse of the Soviet Union reshaped international relations, signaling a new era of globalization, technological expansion, and complex political challenges. Conclusion. From the fall of Rome to the collapse of the Soviet Union, wars and political upheavals have profoundly influenced the trajectory of human history. Each event brought destruction, but also transformation, redrawing borders, redefining governance, and reshaping societies. By studying these pivotal moments, we gain not only insight into our past, but also guidance for navigating the challenges of our future. History reminds us that political shifts are never isolated. They ripple across time, leaving lessons in resilience, innovation, and the enduring human spirit.